Today, we're going to move way beyond just using AI. We're going to learn how to command it, how to really pilot it. We'll be breaking down this super powerful approach called context engineering, and we're going to frame it all around this brilliant concept, the Analyst Exosuit. So let me ask you a question. When you use AI, are you building a Jarvis or an Ultron? Think about it. Are you creating this brilliant partner that just amplifies everything you do, like Tony Stark's Jarvis? Or are you accidentally building something that seems helpful at first, but really it just wants to replace you, or worse, just makes your job 10 times harder? That's the big dilemma we're tackling today. You know, most of us, we fall into one of two traps with AI. On one side, you've got the fear, that little voice in your head, that anxiety that this tech is just going to make your skills totally obsolete. But then on the other side, there's the trap. That's where we get kind of lazy, we just become button pushers, and our own critical thinking skills start to, well, fade away. Both of those paths, they lead to a pretty bad place. But there is a third way. And that third path, it requires a whole new philosophy, the exosuit mindset. This is all about shifting your whole perspective. You stop being a passive passenger, just kind of hoping for the best, and you become an active pilot, totally in command of the machine. So let's give this powerful new mindset a name. Let's call it the Analyst Exosuit. So what in the world is the Analyst Exosuit? Well, think of it as a framework where AI isn't a replacement for you. It's an amplifier for your intelligence. This totally reframes the whole relationship, right? You're the architect, you're the strategist with the vision. The AI, it's just the powerful engine that makes your vision a reality. Okay, so the very first step in piloting your exosuit is knowing what to hand off. This here is your automation matrix. You want to automate the robot work. You know, stuff like generating code, cleaning up data, writing boring documentation. That frees you up for the really important human work, defining the actual problem, understanding the bigger picture, making those tough ethical calls, and of course, telling a great story with the results. All right, so we've got the mindset down, but how do we actually command this thing? The answer is a really simple but incredibly powerful framework called RTCS. Just think of these as the 5 core commands you need to pilot your exosuit. The acronym, it stands for role, task, context, source, and expected output. And listen, this isn't just some friendly suggestion. This is basically the source code for getting precise, amazing results from any AI model. So let's break down each one. First stop, R is for role. You have to tell the AI who it is. Seriously, when you assign a persona, like act as a senior data analyst, you're priming the model. You're setting its expertise, you're dialing in its tone, its whole professional vibe, before it writes a single word. Next, T is for task, and this is where you have to be super precise. Vague requests get you vague, useless results. So instead of just saying, hey, look at this query, you give it a specific action-packed command, like optimize this SQL query for latency. You're the director, tell it what to do. Now for C, context. And honestly, this is the absolute heart of the whole thing. This is the why. When you give it context, like, hey, latency is too high and it's causing users to leave, you're aligning the AI's giant brain with your specific real-world problem. It's the difference between getting a generic textbook answer and a solution that actually works. Then we have S for source. Think of this as your safety rail. It's how you stop the AI from making things up. You provide the ground truth, the specific data, the document, the database schema that the AI absolutely must use. You're basically saying, hey, don't invent anything. Your entire world is defined by this information right here. I mean, look how powerful a simple instruction like this is. It forces the AI to stick to the facts of your data. It stops it from just inventing columns or tables that don't even exist. And that's the whole point. You are the one defining the AI's reality. And finally, E is for expected output. You have to tell the AI exactly what done looks like. Take away all the guesswork. By spelling out the format, the structure, even who the final audience is, you make sure the result you get back is something you can use right away, saving you tons of time. So as we start to bring this all together, the message gets really, really clear. When you use a framework like this, you are no longer a passenger just hoping for a good outcome. You are the pilot, and you are augmenting your own intelligence, not waiting around for it to be replaced. And look, the RTCSE framework is really just the beginning. Once you get good at it, you can start adding all these cool upgrades to your exosuit. You can learn new techniques to separate your instructions from your data, or even get the AI to explain its thinking step by step. There's always another level of precision you can unlock. It all comes down to a really simple, really powerful division of labor. As the pilot, you handle the big picture stuff, the strategy, the innovation, the critical judgment. You let your Exosuit, the AI, do all the heavy lifting, the calculations, the syntax, the raw number crunching.
And that leaves us with one final and I think pretty exciting question. You now have the mindset and you have the commands to build your very own Analyst Exosuit. So what are you going to build with it?